Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel again. My name is Nate Zion. As usual, it is a beautiful day. The weather is not as cold as it used to be. If we wake up in the morning and then you see yourself alive, you always have to give thanks and thanks to God, because it's not everybody that went to bed with us last night see himself to be or herself to be alive today. So I'm very grateful to be part of the living today. And I also want to, say rest in peace to the legends that passed away, Pele, and also Gianluca Vialli. May their soul rest in peace. The news doesn't stop coming. It keeps coming and coming and coming. And it's my job, it's my responsibility to share the news with you as we sit down and discuss the topic of the day. Jim Ratcliffe, if you guys know him, he was part of the people or part of the guys that beat very, very, very British billionaire, part of the people that beat for Chelsea. When Chelsea was being put up for sale, he was part of them that beat for that position, but he didn't get it. He didn't get a club until Todd Bowley and Clay Lake also got the beat. So now he is in the front runner right now at this moment to take over Manchester United as a lot of people might know, he is a true and true Manchester United fan, but he's a billionaire, he's a businessman. So, if a businessman, he doesn't really care if it's Chelsea or even Arsenal has been put for sale. But yes, sir, there's a lot of news to talk about. Also, Declan Rice, linked to Chelsea. Declan Rice linked to Arsenal, and also he's been linked with Chelsea for so many years. When is the right time for Declan Rice to move? I think it is right time for Declan Rice to move in the summer, not in the January transfer. But then it looks like media are trying to hype this transfer because of what has happened with Arsenal. As Chelsea took over the Modric deal, Arsenal were interested. But then the media are not speaking the truth. I know you got to trust me because I do my research and I do a lot of talk behind the scene. The media are not speaking the truth about this Modric deal. The same time that Chelsea were in the deal, the same time Arsenal. Chelsea did not arrive lately or arrive later to try and secure that deal as the media has made it to be. Chelsea has been with the Modric deal for quite a long time, so it's nothing new. It's not new at all. Which we'll also we're gonna get into it, guys. We will get into that topic. Chelsea could line up after a new signing. We're also gonna look at the new lineup that Chelsea will be seeing himself after we have all this signing comes in. We have Joao Felix to return very soon. Couple more, one more, either two more games, and then we could see Joao Felix coming back. Moises Caicedo, I always talk about Moises Caicedo on this platform every day of the live show. I talk about Moises Caicedo's being linked to Chelsea, and it's looking like either Chelsea will be going for Moises Caicedo or even look at Declan Rice. We know Declan Rice, a box player. He can create on his day. He can do everything, but he doesn't give you that numbers that maybe Frank Lampard gave us, or maybe Steven Gerrard can give you. But he is a very, very, very good player on his day. Kai Havertz also has been linked to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are looking at if they can get Kai Havertz out of the football club to Chelsea. Bayern Munich out of Chelsea to Bayern Munich. We'll be looking at that. To Raheem Sterling's future at Chelsea. There is some uncertainty going on with Raheem Sterling. We're also going to talk about it. And I know some of you might know our interest. Chelsea would like to offload Gallagher. We know how good he was with Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are still interested in Gallagher. Also, news related to Sufyan Amrabat to the Premier League. Also, we will get into that. Vlahovic to Chelsea. Vlahovic to Arsenal. These two clubs have been linked to Vlahovic. We will also look into that. Anthony Elanga, another Manchester United young player who has been linked to move to Dortmund. We will look into that. Dumfries to Manchester United. There's a very, very strong link over there. And I don't bring you guys any kind of link. I make my research very well. And you can go through my videos, and you can tell that the topics that I have on my platform, most of them are legit, not just hearsay. They are legit. I bring you good news. And if you follow me on Twitter, my tweets and stuff like that, you don't see them on this platform because the news come in as soon as I get a link. I put them on the Twitter feed. So look at my Twitter feed. News that you won't find them anywhere, and the truth I put them on my Twitter feed. If you follow me, you can get new news there. Also, Dumfries to Manchester United, like I said, and also Leandro Trossard update. Also, we'll be looking into that. If you're just joining us, we got 16 of us watching the platform. If you're just joining us, do not forget to put a like on the video. Today, we're gonna try and see if we can hit at least 20 to 30 likes before we walk away. We got lots and lots of news to talk about. I want you guys all to join into the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are on Moises Caicedo's deal. And also let me know what your thought is comparing Moises Caicedo and also Declan Rice. Which one do you prefer? Declan Rice going to Arsenal or Declan Rice going to Chelsea? Which of these clubs really fits Declan Rice? Let me know what your thoughts are on the platform. Like I said, my name is Nate Zion. Welcome to Blue Clouds Media. I'm being joined here by staff, my co-host He's going to be my co-host for quite a long time. A very true Chelsea fan who used to be a season ticket holder, a senior citizen. He is here with me. We will delve into all these lies that the media are putting up, because we know our football and you know your football too. So if you're watching me, 22 of us watching the stream, do not forget, we keep growing every day. We keep growing. We just hit 2K, over 2K subscribers. So be part of the community as we grow all the time. Do not hesitate also to get involved in the comment section below. Also, if you haven't subscribed and it's the first time joining us, the bottom corner, left corner below, the bell is right there, and click on it. Click on it so you can get all our notification anytime we go live. Thank you for being here, and thank you to spending time with us as we go. Lots of news. And I want to welcome my co-host, Stav. Welcome to the stream, sir.
Good evening, Lee. Good evening, Lee. And everybody in the chat.
Yeah, everyone is doing very well. The numbers keep rising and rising. 24 of us watching and then listening. They all want to hear the truth about the media, how the media are mixing things around. And then we're going to delve into this issue. Then we're going to start with the Caicedo, Declan Rice. These two players who are Chelsea going to go in for. Is Declan Rice, will he be a good fit for Arsenal, or will he be a good fit for Chelsea? Should we do away with Declan Rice and then focus our mind on Moises Caicedo? This is the two things that we're going to start with at this moment, Stav. So yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you here. What do you make of this news, Stav?
As far as I'm concerned, Declan Rice is only going to Arsenal if Chelsea don't want him. So he's always going to choose Chelsea over Arsenal. If he chooses Arsenal, it's because we're not going for him. I'm sure that if he signs for Arsenal, the media will be telling us how Arsenal got one over us, and they got their own back for Mudrake. But he's only going there if we don't want him. That's the only reason he's going to go to Arsenal. We also have to look at the aspect of English players. We have to have 8 in the squad.
Yeah.
Right. So 4 of them can be from your own academy, and the other 4 can be association trained. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So at the moment we've got 9.
Okay.
4 association trained and 5 academy in the 25 squad list, and then you've got Lewis Hall in the B list under 21, and we did have closure there, so you can have as many as you want. Okay. In the B list. Okay.
So within these two players, Caicedo and then Declan Rice, I know you said that I know there will be a link to other football club. Guys in the comments, do not forget, I'm not ignoring your comments. I will come straight to you within a couple minutes. I'll come straight and then I'll read all the comments coming in. I've seen Tobaho, I've seen Phantom of Mini Topic, I've seen Yao in the chat, and also Blue Blood. I've seen you, brother, and I've seen Guna, my brother. I've seen you there too. So yeah, I will read all the comments. We got 30 of us in the stream. This wonderful. We can hit the like. We got 30 of us. We only got 7 likes. Come on, guys. We can do much more better. Sorry for cutting off Staff. Okay, before I get back to Staff, because I want to give much more time for Staff to talk, whilst I also read these comments a little bit before I get back to you. And like I said, the media are salty at this moment. They're throwing fingers at Chelsea. 500 million being spent within the last transfer window. If we're doing the right thing, why are the media? We've been there before. Chelsea have been in this scenario where we spend more than that. We even spend more than that bringing the players in. Chelsea have the right to spend if they're doing the right thing. So if I don't care what Crystal Palace coach wants to what he's talking about, if your club don't have the money to spend, we have the spending power. We have the power to spend, and we will spend as far as we have that power. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read What have you coming from Phantom of Mini topic? His topic said Havertz scored against Crystal Palace. He is a keeper, so yeah, he means you have to keep Havertz. And I understand Havertz don't have to move at this point in time. He has to stay with Chelsea. West Ham still want 100 million for Declan Rice. That is way too much money, and I don't think if that is a clause, Chelsea will not go for any clause, any player with that clause on him. Chelsea will not go for any player in that manner. So yeah, if Declan Rice is going for 100 million, Chelsea will put that aside and go for Caicedo. And also, Tobago said, God is good. I remember that time you had an accident. You are back. Thank you very much. God is good all the time. I tell people, if you wake up in the morning and you see yourself to be alive and to be part of the living, you have to give thanks and glory to the Most High God, or Most High Jah, or Allah. He knows why we are still part of the living. He holds our heart. If you sleep, just look at yourself. Or if you see someone sleeping, look at himself. He doesn't know what is going on, or she doesn't know what is going on. But then if you wake up in the morning and say, hey, I'm part of the living, then you got to give thanks to God. So I'm very grateful to be alive. I'm very grateful to be alive, to be able to meet you guys and talk to you. It's always a pleasure to talk to people. And then we all have a conversation, very, very healthy conversation, a very respectful conversation. Thank you very much, Tubaho, my brother. He said, West Ham still 100 million. I think I read that. Phantom said, Tobago said, Phantom, long time. God is good. God is good. Remember that time you had, I think I just read that one. Do you think we will sign a striker? Chelsea, it looks like Thuram will be a deal. Thuram hasn't signed any new contract with his club. So if they don't sell him this January, he will go for free in the summer. So if Thuram plays for my football club, I would rather sell him now, or for him, instead of him going on free on in the summer. So yeah, Guna is here. Tobago said, I prefer Caicedo to Chelsea. He's very much more creative. I'm not so sure about Declan Rice, his creativity, but he has the legs and strength and the height also. If you need a height in the 18-yard box to get goals, you can get that from Declan Rice. Box-to-box player, very good. Caicedo, also young in the Premier League, but then Declan Rice has lots of experience in the Premier League. So you have to look at that aspect also. We got 25 of us joining. Please like the video. We got 78 likes at this moment. We can do better, guys. 27 of us watching. Take him, Guna. That is coming from a Tobago. He says, Guna, take him if you want Declan Rice. But we're gonna see who he really fits, which club he really fits, and then we're gonna go to Kim So. Big up to you, Kim So, my big brother. He said, hello, I'm doing very well over here. Declan Rice is meat, MID. I think it's meat. I'm not sure what Kim So is trying to say. It's meat. I'm not so sure. Sometimes I read a message, but I don't. It doesn't process very well in my brain. Sell Havertz to Bayern. Are you sure you want to sell Havertz? Big up to you. Yeah. He said, well, let me know where you're watching us from. If you're watching us, please let me know where you're watching us from. Blue Blood said, evening, staff. Yeah, staff also said good evening. And welcome, Ryan. Welcome back to the stream.
Hey, Nazar, thanks very much. Nice hat, Star Wars. I like it.
Thank you.
May the force be with you, my brother.
Thank you very much, my brother. You're always welcome, and it's always a pleasure to have you here. Big up to Stav. I saw your face for a second, Stav. I'm watching from Senegal right now. Big up to all Senegalese. Big up to Africa, brother. Share our link on your social media platform. We're trying to build a very huge community. If you have a platform over there, just let people know of Blue Clouds Media. Share the stream over there so they can join and everybody can have their say and join the platform. And big up to you, my big brother too, Bobby Smokey Stigna. He says convert Conor Gallagher to play in the double six, moving to an 8 in game. Sometimes by being flexible, he will complement the midfield, especially when couple leaps for new midfielders. Okay, yes, we will get into that. I don't know what staff want to say with this in regards to this comment, and also Ryan also want to say in regards to this comment. But that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know if Chelsea are willing to offload him now because they got too many and they think he's not good enough for the football club. I think there's a good player in him. We saw how good he was with Crystal Palace, but this is up to the fans to judge the fans because this platform is all for the fans. Let me know, fans, what you make of Gallagher move to Crystal Palace. And also, Yaya said, I'm from Gambia. Big up to all Gambians, and also big up to all Senegalese. You know, we have Edouard Mendy with us, we have Koulibaly with us, we know of Sadio Mane in the Premier League. So yes, we're building a community of football fans and people that love football. I123 said, another brother here said, good evening, my lovely brother. Good evening to you, my brother too. Hope you're doing very well wherever you are. I123 said, hello, my brother. I'm watching you live while I drive. Be very, very careful. Please be very, very careful. I123, we know your energy and how you support this platform. Please be very careful while you're driving. I'm glad to see you today. I'm not feeling well. I've been running around for appointment all day, heading home soon. I hope God take you home safely. And then when you get home, let me know if you make it home. I'm watching from Gambia. Big up to all Gambians. You know, it's Africa for life. Mukanda for life. So if you're watching me, you know what? We support each and every continent on this platform. Share the video and bring all your brothers and sisters to come and listen to this wonderful news that we have for you today. I've read a lot of these news. So let me read one more from Guna. Said Koulibaly and Mendy should be sold. Not good enough for Chelsea. I hope Graham Potter will be the right person to judge. Thank you for your submission, Guna. We love you. Let's go back to what staff. Staff, you were on the floor when I took the microphone away from you. So yeah, Moises Caicedo, we were talking about Caicedo, and then also Declan Rice.
Yeah. When we making all these plans about who we want and who we should sell, we need to stop and think about the 8 English players that have to be in the squad. So you have to decide which 8 English players you feel should be in the squad and not just dismiss instantly. The media are terrible, okay? Gallagher's been on the move since he was at Crystal Palace. He wasn't going to come back to Chelsea. He was going to go to Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace fans would have tried to convince you he didn't want to come back, but he's come back. And to be fair, he's getting his game time under Potter. There's various positions he can play, but he is an attacking mid, in truth. So, with regards to Caicedo, yep, if you're going to bring him in, you got to get rid of a foreign player. It's as simple as that. Can't just keep bringing foreign players in and just letting the English ones drop out. Can only have a 25-man squad. And Potter and Bowley will know this, as will Vival and all that lot. So, but fans are just getting carried away, throwing this name in the hat, that name in the hat. Get rid of this guy, get rid of that guy. Obviously, is it Guna there? Said Koulibaly and Mendy should be sold. That's an option. Because I don't think either of them, I agree with him. I don't think either of them are good enough for a Chelsea that wants to challenge for long term. Yeah. Caicedo, good player. I'm thinking Pulisic, Ziyech should be going. Possibly Koulibaly, because I don't think Potter's too impressed with him. And Mendy, I'm afraid Mendy's just, I don't want to sound, I'm a big Kepa fan. Ever since he came to the club, right? I'll be honest about it. But I think he's got an edge on Mendy because he's good with his feet. Okay? And he showed how good he is the other day. Every goalkeeper's going to miss the odd cross here and there. There's not one goalkeeper who catches every cross. Courtois missed crosses, Czech missed crosses, and he missed one cross against
Just take it,
Palace.
all of them. You can't be perfect in the goalposts.
Yeah. So you got Kepa missed one cross, and then he saved it by spreading himself, jumping in front of the shot. So I think he's a better all-round keeper. Okay. The difference is he's doing it. If I've got the time to explain.
Stop. Let's base a little bit more on these two players, so we'll come back here. Yeah, Caicedo. If you're done with that, so we're definitely going to come back to Kepa and the squad again.
Yeah, we have to wait and see with Caicedo.
Okay.
If we go for him, then it signifies that Potter is going to get rid of a foreign player to bring him in. That's the way I'm looking at it. And obvious target is Mendy. That's one foreign player to get rid of.
Okay. Thank you very much, Stav. Stav has given us his opinion on these two players, Declan Rice and then Caicedo. Very, very good player, as he said. So, yeah, we got 50 of us watching this program at this moment, and I'm sure lots of you guys are all not just Chelsea fans, but then you are all football loving people. And then my brother here, being Amar, said who to Arsenal. We have Declan Rice that is being linked strongly with Arsenal Football Club, and also Vlahovic. Stay with us here. We will talk about the Vlahovic link to Chelsea. So, guys, we are here, 50 of us here. We should get 55 or 50 likes on this video if you're watching us and also very interested also in the conversation. Send your comment in, send your questions in, and we will read it for you. You don't have to pay a dime or penny or anything for me to read your comments. So stay in there, relax, listen to the program, and send your comment in. Ryan, welcome again one more time. And what do you make of this strongly linked Declan Rice link to Arsenal, and comparing those two players? Who do you think that Chelsea should go in for at this moment in time, and the way both of them play? Who do you think will suit Chelsea much more?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I like Moises Caicedo. He's a young, energetic midfielder. Looked good in the World Cup for Ecuador. And then obviously Potter knows him well from his time at Brighton. This is not uncommon to see a manager go back to his old club and raid them and sign some players. I know you're linked with Trossard as well.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Declan Rice has been a longer term target, hasn't he? Even preceding Bowley and even Potter time at Chelsea. Personally, I'd like to see Declan Rice in Chelsea's midfield. I think it makes sense on so many levels. Just the fact that he used to be in the youth setup at Chelsea, and he's friendly with all the English players. He's on good terms with JT and a lot of the Chelsea legends, Lampard, etc. It's just a transfer that makes sense. Sentimentally, Declan Rice is a brilliant DM, but he's not just a defensive midfielder. He can be so much more than that.
Yeah,
he can carry the ball in advanced positions,
link up play,
and he's also an aerial threat from corners. He's just a big, strong engine in your midfield that you need. You had some good years with Kante before he picked up the injuries, but Declan Rice is a completely different kind of physical specimen, and I think it's just written in the stars. I really do. I think Declan Rice will sign for Chelsea. I think what I think we're seeing in the news the last couple of days is Arsenal have missed out on their two top transfer targets this season, and they're clearly bitter, and now they're going after someone that you have targeted as kind of a midfielder for a long time, and I think they're playing some mind games slightly here. It could happen. It could work out that way, that Arsenal sign Declan Rice, but I'm hopeful that his heart is with Chelsea and he'll make the right decision. I think Chelsea would be crazy to
Let him
find
go.
somebody else. If Declan Rice wants to join the club, I don't think they should pass up on that opportunity. And like Strav was saying as well, there's the kind of English quota, and it's for me, it's Declan Rice all the way.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. You said Ryan said it makes a lot of sense if Chelsea have to get Declan Rice, because this is a true and true player, a player that has been with Chelsea before, left Chelsea, went to rival West Ham to get much more game time. He got developed from that football club, and once it looks like it's a club signing team for me, but not just a club signing, but then he is a very, very good player. Moises Caicedo also, it makes it very difficult to try and, Chelsea fans will pick Rice. But then with me, Rice is a very good player, but it doesn't produce the numbers of goals that we've seen Lampard and Gerrard that have produced over the years for the very club in terms of the way he plays. He plays just like those two players, but he doesn't give you much goals in the midfield. And here we are, the midfield that doesn't give us that many goals. So it is very important to be. I mean, we have to put sentiment aside and then go in for what will really help the football club, or maybe the team. Declan Rice is a good player, but how many goals can he score? How many goals can Rice give you when you need him? So we have to be very sure of what we're picking. Fans, I know it's a Chelsea boy. The relationship with him, and Mason Mount and Lampard and Terry and all those players make sense. But then if he's the right guy, I believe he's the right guy, we can go in for him. Big up to let me read more. We got 50 of us watching the platform. Please, wherever you're watching us from, do not hesitate to put a like on the video. And also, if it's your first time joining us here, bottom left corner below, the bell is right there. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And also send your comments in, your questions in. And then we're all having a very good discussions over here. Big up to Bobby said again. Bobby said with Cowell coming back in the summer, Salina now in the squad, Koulibaly and Mendy can leave Chelsea FC this summer. I don't know what everyone's opinion is on Mendy and Koulibaly, but I know Koulibaly has been struggling. Mendy also cannot play very well with his feet, and Graham Potter needs players that can contribute, that can build out the play from the back, and then also play very well with their feet, which involve the goalkeeper starts the attack. So if Mendy is not good with his feet, yes, then we have to show him the door, because he's out of favor in a way. We need the new goalkeeper. So we already have one goalkeeper, but then I'm not sure of his experience in the Premier League. And then big up to I think Ike. I'm sure it's Ike IC. I'm sure that's the name. He said respectful. I don't rate Rice that highly. Some people rate him, some people don't. It depends on how you see the player. When I'm a kind of a person that I'm a direct I'm a kind of a person that like direct football. Tiki-taka football like Pep Guardiola and Barcelona does, it's not my thing. People say it's beautiful, it's entertaining, but then football is all about goals. We all make mistakes, we run. It makes more entertaining than just like one team holding the ball for 60% of the ball, or maybe 70% of the ball for the other team to play just 20. And when they make mistake and they see you coming, then they push the ball all the way back again to start the attack. Everyone and how he sees football. I'm a old-fashioned English, football style. I like that style. Let's go. Let's hoop the ball. Let's play those shots. Back in the days when we used to see Lampard, Paul Scholes, Gerrard, these guys make the football more exciting. Seeing Antonio Yeboah, former of Leeds United, strike all the way from the center of the goal, the non-drop ball to the back of the net against Liverpool. Those are goals that sticks in our memory forever. That's what I want to see. I want to remember all those tiki-taka passes that De Bruyne and then all these guys passes all over to score just one goal. They spend so much time on the ball to just get one goal. Everyone and what they like. So I like a free-flowing football, direct. Let's go for a goal. That's the kind of football that I like. So,
Nazine, can I quickly just jump in there?
Yes.
I can wait till after you've read the comments.
Oh, okay, I got two more. Let me read it real quick. He said, respectful, I don't rate Rice. Okay. DJ Sav, big up to you, my brother. It's been a long time, and I hope you're doing very well and you're enjoying your new year. Big up to all happy new year. Great seeing Blue Cloud streaming again. Hope you're well, brother. I'm doing very well. But then I still have so much pain, but I'm doing very well at this moment. So either one work. My brother said that either one works, which I understand what he's saying. Cucurella all day, all the way for Chelsea. Cucurella, you don't want to bring Cucurella's name here because he's been struggling since beginning of the season. He's been struggling all day. Ryan, take it over, Ryan.
Yeah, I just want to elaborate a bit more on this point because you were mentioning there Lampard, Gerrard, these legendary Premier League midfielders, box to box. We remember them, scoring lots of goals, assists, doing the defensive work, just all round midfielders.
Yeah.
And I just think kind of modern football, the Premier League, the way it is today, that I think times have changed a lot.
Yeah.
You look at the top teams, for example, Man City, their midfielders, they're very much specialized positions. Rodri, he doesn't bomb forward, score goals, get assists. His job is to do all the dirty work, link up midfield and defense, tackle. You can argue the same with Man United. Casemiro does that job. It's not beautiful. It's not sexy in that sense. It's just doing the dirty work of the tackling and the grinding and keeping the possession, keeping things ticking. And yeah, I think watching Chelsea this season, just again as a neutral, I'm not a fan per se. That's what they're desperately lacking. They need somebody in that midfield just to win back possession, get the turnovers, move the ball from defense to midfield. I don't think you need someone like Declan Rice. You don't need to be too worried about the fact he doesn't assist or score many goals. I think he can develop into that once he kind of gets to mid-20s and later in his career. But what Chelsea need right now is a ball winner, someone's going to tackle and kind of help them to get 60-70% possession in games, which Chelsea are not getting consistently enough. That's just my opinion. I just think the days of kind of the box-to-box midfielders, that's not the way the Premier League is right now, the successful teams. You look at Man United, Bruno Fernandes, you look at Man City, De Bruyne, they're not box-to-box midfielders. They're not tracking back and doing defensive work that much. They're attacking midfielders.
Yeah, creating and concentrating on scoring goals.
Yeah. I wouldn't hold that against Declan Rice. That's just my opinion.
I mean, you can argue. People argue that. I was just saying that because of what I read from the community on Twitter page. Some are arguing the fact that he doesn't score many goals, and some are arguing the fact that he's a true and true Chelsea, so he has to be with the club. That's the guy we're going in for. I still, Dixon said, I still want Enzo. Enzo deal would be very, very difficult. Stuff. You were trying to say something. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. It's like you guys said, the game's totally changed. Okay,
sorry, before I go on with stuff, guys, if you're just joining us, please, if you haven't liked the video, don't forget to put a like in this video. It helps the platform. It helps the channel travel. Stuff. Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah. There just isn't that type of player anymore. Plus, Declan Rice can play centre-back, right, which is why Lampard wanted him. So he's versatile and would have been useful in this current situation. I don't understand when I'm looking at comments on social media, I don't understand why people have such an issue with Chelsea having English players. I keep seeing comments, but he only gets picked because he's English and stuff like that. And I see that everywhere, right? It's an English club, right? We have to have 8 English players, right? You're lucky that the rules haven't been changed to say you have to field X amount in every game, because if that comes in, then all the clubs are going to have to restructure the way they've built their squads. So you have to accept it, right? And too many people are judging people like Gallagher, Mount, even Havertz, although he's not English, right?
Yeah.
They're forgetting their ages. They're still in the development stage, right? Ian Robben was 24, 25 when he started finding his best form. He went to Real Madrid and he had to leave Real Madrid and go to Bayern before he could find his best form. So with Declan Rice, right, he's got more depth in his game for me. And he's capable, like I said, playing centre back. And I can guarantee you, he's going to score more. He's going to score more goals than Kante, right, or Kovacic. He will. Okay. So, but the thing is, and I saw some of the comments. Tobago, however you pronounce it.
Tobago, yeah.
Tobago. Yeah. He said that West Ham is still after 100 million, right? Mm-hmm. They can keep whistling. They're not going to get 100 million out of Arsenal. Arsenal will not pay that kind of money for any player. Yeah. He's only got 1 year left on his contract, I think. If I believe I'm correctly, he's got 1 year left. Suddenly that 100 million has to drop because come next January, he can sign a pre-contract and he goes free. Yeah?
Yeah.
So they've got to sell him. People need to stop going on about, they want 100 million for him, the 100 million. They're not going to get 100 million for him. Right? They can ask for it, but it doesn't mean they're going to get it. Bayer Leverkusen wanted 100 million for Havertz, and they settled on 70. Right? And add on.
Stop. We have the Havertz topic right here. So once we move on from Havertz topic, we'll coming back. We'll be coming back on Havertz right away.
I'm not discussing Havertz. I'm discussing the way the transfers go.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Right? So we need to realise that these players have been brought into the squad for the future. So even Roman was developing part of the squad for long term in the future. But Roman was more obsessed with instant results as well. Right? But Bowley's different. So people are going to have to get used to the fact that it could take maybe 2 more years before we start seeing silverware. Yeah, and these players that we're going for, that's what we're developing them for. And you're going to get to the stage where the Mount Gallagher, if he stays, which I think he will, Havertz, a couple of the others, they're going to become the senior players in the squad, in the team. They're going to take over from Quota, Silva, all these kind of players, and they're going to become the senior players. And these guys we're buying now are younger. They're going to become the Mount and the Gallagher and the Havertz by going into that age group. But we need to be patient. This isn't an overnight job. You look at how long Man United have been struggling. They had Jose Mourinho and they still couldn't win things. They won 2 things. They won 2 trophies under Jose. One of the best. Yeah. Now Ten Hag's gone in and the development started again, right? And this is the way it goes. Not every club can just do it instantly. Man City didn't win a league, right, since 1968 until they won their first one. People need to slow down. Right? We, as fans, we all want the bragging rights. We all want to go to work the next day, give it to the Arsenal or the Tottenham fans or whatever, but we have to accept that that's going to be a slow process now. So we build up to it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Stav. It will take a time. Chelsea fans have to think about, like Stav said, 1 to 2 years before, 2 years time before, we can think about winning trophies because it needs a rebuilding. A rebuilding takes quite some time. If you can see it, you can see what is going on from Arsenal Football Club. The rebuilding, it took them time. Arteta, lots of rumors around that Arteta has to be fired. People were saying Arteta have to leave the football club. He's out of his debt and all that kind of stuff. But then, since the Stan Kroenke and the Arsenal hierarchy built that confidence in him, this is what it's coming. Yielding the profit with keeping those guys together, getting Aubameyang out is really, really yielding profit at this moment. So yeah, I think I have a comment there in the chat. Blue Blood said Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham would sign, would gain possession and provide box to box with Jude Bellingham primarily. Absolutely. If Chelsea can buy Jude Bellingham, I don't think Jude Bellingham will come to Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea are interested really into getting that young guy into the football club. But then yeah, like I said, Moises Caicedo was being Fabrizio tweeted about him. Chelsea are eyeing the move to bring the Brighton and Hove Albion star Moises Caicedo after missing out on Enzo Fernandez. There should be a guy there to help. With midfield need help. Kai Havertz to Bayern Munich is what we were just discussing, what we were talking about a few seconds ago. According to French outlet Media Foot, Bayern Munich are working actively behind the scenes and are well positioned for the transfer of Kai Havertz this summer. This is a news. I don't think that Kai Havertz need to move away from the football club. Staff just even said earlier on, he's very young. He's still learning, developing, and understanding the English football. He hasn't had that luck to work with all these players, all these new players. So, like I said, rebuilding. Kai Havertz still need to stay at the football club because when it's difficult, this is the guy that produced the magic. He scored some goals that will never be wiped away from the memory of the Blue fans. So yeah, stuff was just on the floor. So I'll start with Ryan. Big Ryan, if you're just joining us, guys, we have 35 of us watching. People keep coming and going out. But then if you come in, do not hesitate. Don't forget to like the video. We're just building a big community. Subscribe if you haven't, and also put a like on the video. It's very, very important for the platform to grow. Ryan, what do you make of the Havertz link with Bayern Munich? Is it going to be something that you expect to happen, as the guy is a German?
Yeah, I was kind of discussing this with Stephen offline yesterday. Obviously, Kai Havertz is probably, when you look at your squad, your most prized asset in terms of market value. So, given the amount of outlay that Chelsea have made in the last two windows, it does make sense to kind of balance the books that you need to sell a couple of players at least. And yeah, I don't see where he fits in at Chelsea. He doesn't convince me playing centre forward, false nine, whatever you want to call it. The odd game he does well, but mostly he just looks uninterested. And I also don't think Potter fancies him as well for the way that Potter wants to play. I don't think he visions kind of Kai Havertz in his attack. So a move back to the Bundesliga would probably suit him. And yeah, I can see him kind of having a good career with Bayern Munich, German footballing giants. And yeah, I think everybody's happy. Everybody wins out of that deal.
Yeah, I understand. And then, I understand 100% with what Ryan just said. That's make a lot of sense. But then, yeah, if Potter doesn't need Kai Havertz in his style of play, this is the right time to sell him, or maybe the summer, because you can make a lot of money out of Kai Havertz. I think we bought him for almost about 60 million under Frank Lampard, and he can still go above that because he's been playing. He's got a lot of game time. He's been scoring goals. He's got he's been scoring very, very important goals. So if Chelsea doesn't need him, they can let him go. But to me, I would say, look, he's still an asset. He's still an asset, very good player. The rebuilding will need Kai Havertz in the team for more different variations. If you just want to change the style with the false nine, for now, I'm even thinking I'll come to Stav, and you guys have a different opinion on what I'm about to say. You know, look at how Manchester City play, and look at how Arsenal play at this moment. Those teams are playing without. I know, Arteta played under Pep, so he knows how he plays, and he knows the way he plays, and the way they play without a recognized striker and free flowing football. But my question is, it hasn't worked for Chelsea when we don't have a recognized striker. Should we go with this false nine thing, or do we have to get ourselves a recognized striker when we see Haaland comes in and he doesn't produce that many goals? And even when Haaland is in the team, the style of Manchester City, the style of play is different. When Haaland is not in the team, there is more flow, or the game flows very well. I don't know what you want to say about it, Stav, regards to Kai Havertz and also with the striker rule, Stav.
Well, he's not a false nine, is he?
They've been playing in that as a striker, which he's not good in that position.
Yeah, but that's not his position, right? Basically, both
I think it suits more in the number 10 position, isn't it? More creative.
Well, for Leverkusen, he was an attacking midfielder. Right? He played up front a few times when he had injury problems, and he can play in the two as well. Right? But he's not a lead striker. But the point is that, as I said, he's still in the development stage. Right? We went for him for a good reason. Right? Bayern Munich tried to get him anyway, and he chose Chelsea. Right? He could have stayed in Germany and gone to Bayern Munich. He chose Chelsea over Bayern Munich. Real Madrid tried to get him. Right? He chose Chelsea. Yeah. So I don't think he's in any rush to leave. And I'll tell you something else as well. Right? Timo Werner would not have left Chelsea. Yeah. If he'd have known they were going to sack Tuchel. I'll guarantee you that. Right? So those two guys come from Germany. They could have stayed in Germany in the first place, but they chose Chelsea. Right? We need to have a squad that allows us to be adaptable. Okay? You look at it, the best thing about Jose Mourinho, first time round, was that he had a squad, two in every position, right, with different capabilities, different assets, whatever you want to how you describe him. Yeah. And he could change the team. He always played 4-3-3, right? Unless we were losing, and he would adapt mid-game. His mid-game tactics were really good. But he also changed the players, like the attacking players, depending on who we were playing. Yep. So some teams are going to sit back. So having speed merchants isn't necessarily going to work. Yeah. This is the conversation I was trying to have last night. That's when someone like Ziyech comes into it, because he's a bit sneaky and cagey. Yeah. Right. And he's quick thinking. So that's the difference. Mudryk, okay, he's got the pace, he's got the skill. Yeah. But people thought that Raheem Sterling had it as well. I'm not saying Raheem Sterling's on the same level, but that's why we got him, because they thought, he can run at people, right? But he's running at people, and he runs down blind alleys when you got like the teams are playing at the back in numbers and sitting and defending the numbers, and they look to counter you. So there's different ways of opening up defences, the opposition defences. So there's a place for Havertz, right? There's a place for the normal striker, okay? There's a place for the quick merchants, right? Nkunku and Mudryk, right? And there's a place for Ziyech as well, and wingers like him. Although he will leave, I think him and Pulisic will leave in the summer, right? But he gives something totally different. He's more sneaky, right? You've seen that that move on the line the other day against Palace. Yeah, he did the same thing at Manchester City, and he set up Hall in the League Cup game. So he's a bit sneaky like that. He has got more skill than people think he has, and he's got a deadly left foot. And he's not scared to shoot, right? He's not scared to shoot. He'll have a go. And we need people who are not scared to shoot. That was one of Lampard's strengths. He could get to the edge of the box and shoot. Same thing with Gerrard. Neither of them were scared to shoot. Essien, right? We need a 25-man squad of different capabilities in the players. Yeah, you can have a 9. Let's see what Decho Fofana is going to be like. Okay,
Yeah.
Aubameyang's not the answer, and from what I understand, he wanted out from the day he arrived. As soon as he got to Cobham, so he's not the answer. There was reasons why Arteta wanted him out. So let's see what Decho Fofana gets us. And if we're going in for Thuram as well, that's fine. You've got your 2 strikers, and that covers injuries. Yeah. But then you've got Nkunku.
But if that's the case for Aubameyang, he wanted out the first time he came in, then he shouldn't have been here at all. Because there's no sense of being here if you wanted out first.
You know why he came? He come for Tuchel, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's the reason he came, right? But you come, and just because Tuchel gets sacked, you still play. You're playing for the fans. You're playing for the shirt. It's what do you call it? What's the word for it? Right? Cliches, right?
Yeah.
But you're playing for the fans who actively are paying your wages. If the manager's gone, you get on with your job. Yeah. And I think was he gone? Tuchel was gone 2 weeks after Aubameyang started playing. So you play for the coach who gets brought in, right? You're on about player power, right? We had player power with Lampard, Terry, all those players, yeah. But they were okay if they believed in the project.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Staff. Players will play if they believe in the project, just like Mihailo Modric just said. I'll come back to the message. We got a lot of comments here. I'm going to take a little bit of time and then read them. But then there's something I want to inject into the conversation as we have in here. Like I said from the beginning, the media do not speak the truth on everything. They just highlight certain points that will make them sell their papers or will make people read what they put on Twitter or even in the newspapers. Just like they said, Chelsea all of a sudden went in and hijacked the Mihailo Modric deal. But it's not true. I listened live of the CEO of Shakhtar Donetsk. I listened to him live talk on radio today in the UK, and they came in and they said this is what he said in regards to the deal. He said Chelsea has been in it, has been in the deal, has been interested in Mihailo Modric for quite a long time. They were in there for quite a long time negotiating. Same thing with Arsenal. But the only difference is the add-ons. The add-ons that Arsenal had were not realistic compared to what the add-ons that Chelsea had. Arsenal have in there in the form that they're gonna. This guy has to win the Champions League, and there's no way Arsenal is gonna win the Champions League. When and where? Even when they have the Invisibles, they couldn't even win it. And who is gonna win it at this point in time? Chelsea has the material that from what is going on, if they get everything going together, they have the chance to win the Champions League. And Mihailo himself said, the CEO said, the project and whatever is going on with Chelsea is nothing new. They already know it, that it's a transition from one owner to another owner. So they understand. And Mihailo himself understands that this is the project that really suits me. It's got nothing to do with money. It's not all has to do with money. There's money involved, but it's just project, the stadium that Chelsea had in the deal for Modric, and the kind of players that they're bringing in. He's not really, fascinated about where Arsenal are in the Premier League. That is why he wants to sign for them. But it's more into it. So the media need to speak the truth. Sometimes we are part of it. So I'm in the media. Just like I'm saying this to you. I don't have to be close to Chelsea Football Club inside and work with them before I can tell you the truth. There are other people that put stuffs out there, and then we read it, and then we come over here and talk to you about it. So yeah, it is false. It is false. Let me see what Phantom has to say. He says, no more buying, please. I hardly know the players anymore. Yeah, you get to know them when you start watching more of a Chelsea, but not watching Fulham. Stop watching Fulham and watch Chelsea so you can know more of these players. It says Werner was a speedy guy. Yes, very, very speedy and very, very trouble for defenders. Ziyech was great. Conor was a great corner kicker, but we lost the corner coach. You can argue that. George, big up to you, George. Let me know where you're watching us from, George, and welcome to the stream. If you haven't liked the video and you haven't subscribed, we're growing a very, very big community here. Be part of us and also like the video and also be part of the community. Send your comments in and I'll read them for you, George. And let me know where you're watching us from. Phantom of Minute Topic said all we need is someone to set up for Kai Havertz to TSP in a goal. What is TSP, guys? I don't know this abbreviation, but if you guys know any of this abbreviation, let me know. Send it to me. We are all learning here. Phantom of Minute Topic says Tuchel can take over from Lampard again. Tuchel can take over from Lampard again. Yeah, Lampard is not going to get fired. Lampard, it looks like David Moyes will be the first to go. It's not Lampard because it looks like the board are trying to, not even the board, the fans, the Everton fans in a whole want to build some trust in Lampard, and they know it's not the coach, but then it is the hierarchy. They have spent lots of money on players, but haven't spent it wisely. Haaland from Napoli came in. He didn't play that well. They bought players from Arsenal, Iwobi, and some players that are not playing very, very well. So yeah, I think that is not just Lampard. Big up to you. Since TAP, Phantom of Minute Topic. Also, welcome to the stream, Ibrahim is the name. I'm watching live from Kenya. Big up to all Kenyans. We know you, my brother. Makonda for life. Welcome to the stream and welcome to this community. Also, if you like the video, if you haven't liked, and then also if you haven't subscribe to the platform and be part of us. So anytime we go live, you can join us and know the news updates on Chelsea Football Club and also the discussions on what's going on, who is going to be your starting 11 next season. We discuss everything over here on this platform, guys. We're going to move on to I'm not sure if you guys have any more anything else you want to say before we move on to the uncertain future for Raheem Sterling at Chelsea.
Yeah, I'll be very surprised if Tuchel goes to Everton. It's not a big enough project for him. Well, it's a massive project,
okay,
but it's not going to be a successful one. I don't know. Maybe I sound a bit scathing, right? But with Tuchel, it's about his CV. That's how I feel. Some of the comments I've been hearing. Ian Matson. Yeah, he put a statement out. Blue Blood sent me through the mail. He put a statement out that last year he was at Coventry and he was highly successful. He was their player of the year and everything. And Tuchel told him that he was highly satisfied with his season at Coventry, but then Matson said that there was not much other communication, and he got the feeling that he would be wasting his time if he stayed at Chelsea this season. And we tried to sell him. And if we tried to sell him, it's because Tuchel didn't want him. We tried to sell him to Feyenoord, but he didn't want to go to Holland. So he stayed in England to go on loan because he wants to have a future at Chelsea. And although he's Dutch, he's still classed as a homegrown because he's been here long enough. He's still been a Chelsea asset to be a homegrown. So we need to look after these kids with high ability.
All right. Ryan, you have anything you want to say before we move on to the next topic? Raheem Sterling are now willing. Chelsea are now willing to listen to offers for summer acquisition. Raheem Sterling, according to Football Insider. Do you have anything you want to say before we move on to that topic?
No, I kind of agree with a lot of what Star said about Tuchel. It is about, he comes across as a kind of manager that it's about clout and CV and trophies, kind of like Mourinho, I think so. I don't think, going to take up a job at like an Everton or a struggling Premier League team would suit him, and I don't think he would have the patience for it either. And yeah, just summing up on Kai Havertz, he's not a false nine, but I just think he's still, like Stav said, development phase, and he just doesn't have a well-rounded skill set yet to be able to play like an advanced position successfully and consistently for Chelsea. Like, when I look at him, I think he's got great physique. In the box, he can bully defenders. He puts himself about. His technique is pretty good. But then some of his decision making can be terrible, and work ethic, etc., is questionable. So I think he's still developing, and it's whether Chelsea has the patience to kind of help him develop with this rebuild phase they're going through, or he's better off just going to Bayern Munich, playing in an easier league with a dominant team, and that's the decision for him and the club to make.
Has knee gone? Are you there, Ryan? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I think knee's disappeared. Yeah, just to touch on something that you said, Ryan. You said about Mourinho and his CV and that. Okay. So
Yeah.
at Porto, at Chelsea, at Inter Milan, all the players loved him, right? Because he makes it like a family. Yeah. He does want to win, but so do the players. But he makes it like a family. And if the downward trend started at Real Madrid, but even at Real Madrid, there was players who loved Mourinho. Yeah. And even Ronaldo's, like as arrogant as he is, has hinted that he has a lot to thank Mourinho for. And you got to look that he didn't hit his top form until Mourinho went to Real Madrid. So yeah, I get your point. Every coach has a facet to them, which is about winning things. Yeah, and that's how they get the big bucks. They win things, they get big bucks, and then they move on and like that. But like I said, Porto, Chelsea, Inter Milan, the players loved him, right? So there's a thing there that that he set up like a family, and everybody pulled for each other, and then that's why we won the first Champions League, because we were collectively sticking together. I've just a quick one there. Yeah, I've got a friend who's a UEFA delegate, works for UEFA. Right, I can't say he works somewhere else as well, but I can't say the other place because that would give him away. Right, and he told me that UEFA would never let Chelsea win the Champions League whilst Roman was the owner. Yeah, and you saw lots of bad decisions against us when Mourinho was coach, hitting, right, and they actively conspired. And this guy's a Chelsea fan. That's why I get the honesty out of him. Yeah. And that year we won the first Champions League. What we did is we won games convincingly. Yeah. Although we lost at Napoli, we won the second leg convincingly. Right. And that's why we carried on getting through the rounds, because we were winning games convincingly. And they didn't have a chance to basically screw us. And then last time with Tuchel, it's a different guy in it. Platini just hates English. That's what it boils down to. Platini hates English clubs. So you can carry on now.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. I hop out till second. I'm very happy you guys took over. I'm not sure if did you guys get my message? Did you get my message?
Yeah, I saw it in the chat. Yeah.
It
was in the chat. Yeah.
I had someone at the door, so I have to run real quick downstairs and then come back again. Yeah. So I'm back. This is coming from Bobby. Bobby's not happy here. Bobby's not happy. What's up, Bobby? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? Says Sterling can go, especially if Nkunku and Monique signed for Chelsea. Monique Nkunku and Monique signed for Chelsea. He's not happy with Raheem Sterling at all. Bobby, come on, Bobby. Bobby's not happy.
No, I agree with him.
Yeah.
Right, and that's a rare occurrence, right? That me and Bobby will agree. But I agree with him.
Yeah.
He's indecisive in the last third of the pitch. He wants too many touches, right? He's just. I just don't think it's. And the thing is, he was in a different system at Man City with better level players at that time.
Stop. Let me read this comments here, so the members wouldn't think I'm ignoring them. Big up to you, Kim So. Kim So said we have to beat Liverpool. We have to try. Liverpool are not in great form, just like us, but we are looking a little bit better. We can beat Liverpool on a very, very good day. Bobby said Havertz must stay and finish developing at Chelsea. I agree. I think Havertz needs to stay. He's got more time under his belt. He needs to stay under Chelsea and develop more. Graham Potter will develop him. Kishan, I'm sure that's the name. Kishan is the name. I'm very sure. Kishan. Guys, did I say this name right? Please, I don't want to butcher your name. Pardon me if I butcher it. Please forgive me. So salute you too, my brother. Salute you too for spending time with us here, joining us here. Don't forget, if you haven't liked the video or subscribed to the platform, subscribe it, and also share the video on any platform, social media platform you found yourself in, being Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. Share it so we can grow. The community keep growing. Today has been very, very impressive stream. I'm very, very happy for everyone that have been part of the stream today. Chelsea vs Liverpool has a draw written all over it. Only if Chelsea can finish, because that has been our problem. And also that has been the problem for Liverpool. On a good day, if Darwin Nunez can finish, then Chelsea will have a lot of problems. But if that Nunez can finish, then Chelsea will go home with a win. Only if we can finish it.
He's not fit, is he?
He's not fit?
I don't think he's fit.
I don't think I've had any news on injury. Ryan is Ryan might know. Ryan's a Liverpool fan. Ryan, any injury update on Darwin Nunez?
No, he's still out, and I think he'll be out for another maybe 2 to 3 weeks. So he's not in the squad today. We're playing Wolves, FA Cup third round replay. Klopp's gone with a very, very young team. Obviously, with the rotations in mind, we've got Gakpo, Elliott, up front, and Basitic, the young midfielder.
Ryan, is it coming from you?
Yeah, hold on. Sorry, I had the match.
Yeah. Okay. Let me mute you real quick.
I've just moved.
Because
I just moved rooms.
YouTube, that they have a device in the machine. I mean, they have a device over there, and it's very, very sensitive. Any little thing they hear concerning the EPL, they will just flag me right away. I'll share this thing with you guys. So if any one of you wants to do want to create content and go on YouTube, you got to be very careful. There was one time I was streaming and the game was over. I just share my stream on the celebration of the players even moving out to the dressing room. It was just like 6 seconds. I think it was a mistake. It was just 6 seconds. YouTube flagged me right away. So that video, I made lots of views on that video. I have to take that video down because YouTube would not allow anything on it. He flagged me. It wouldn't allow that video too. Whatever. Yes, YouTube is very, very, very sensitive. So if you're on this, you're a content creator on your YouTube, you got to be very, very careful. The sound and anything that has someone's property, you got to be very careful. Kim So said Chelsea vs. I think I've read that one. Ryan, do you think you can beat Chelsea? This is going to Ryan. You want to answer this question?
No, it's the short and sweet answer. No, I don't think we can. Based on what I've seen from Chelsea the last 2 matches and the way we're playing, no, it's not going to happen. And yeah, just going back to Nunez quickly, Klopp said that he's close to returning from injury. So I think it will probably be another week. He might make the next weekend's Premier League games.
So there we are. Even when Nunez is not playing, we don't miss nothing, because when he's playing, he doesn't score anything. So whatever the case is, Chelsea fans and all those that will be going to the game to watch it should be happy, because Nunez doesn't score. He doesn't pull any threat in there. So big up to you. Have another new viewer joining us today. If it's the first time joining the platform, let me try and say your name. Chadin, I'm sure that's the name. Chadin Dukan. Welcome to Blue Clouds Media. We stream live. We talk a lot about Chelsea, and also we talk football news in regards to whatever that needing attention in the Premier League. That is what we draw our attention to. So yeah, join the community and also send your comment in, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. It's the first time joining us, subscribe, and also let us know where you're watching us from. Let us know where you're watching out from. He said, sell Ziyech, Aspi, Pulisic, get Rafael, Dumfries, and then who's that? Who's the last one? I'm not sure of that name. Vichkhvicha. I'm not sure who that player is in the pronunciation. So says Ziyech, yes, Chelsea can sell him. Aspi can go in summer. Pulisic is more than a player. If you're listening to me, Pulisic is just not a player. He's an asset for Chelsea Football Club. Yes. So get Rafael. I'm not sure what kind of Rafael you're talking about. Dumfries is been linked highly with Manchester United. Someone was saying something. And then he said
Rafael Leao.
Oh, Rafael Leao. I don't think Rafael is willing to move. Rafael, if you look at that player a little bit, there's a question mark on that player. He's a good player, but if you look at him very well, you ask yourself, why doesn't he start all the time? Even in the World Cup, he didn't start against Ghana. He came in the second half and then scored the goal against Ghana. So why doesn't he start all the time?
I got a question for the person who made the suggestion.
Hold on. Let me. I will come back to stuff real quick. Yeah. Hold on, stop. Please. Hold on, staff. He said, I think I've read that one. Says Ryan, Liverpool are playing in Anfield. I smell a draw, to be honest. And then he said, respect, bro. Respect to you too, my brother. He said, he's from Napoli. Okay, he's from Napoli. I'll make a little research on this player, and then next time when we come up here, we can talk about him. But yeah, brother, thank you very much for your comment. Staff, you were saying something in regards to the statement being made in the comment. Yeah, the comment section.
Yeah. Right.
Go ahead, Staff.
We've stand in Kunku. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a done deal. Right. We got Modric, right? We're looking for the other guy from PSV. Yeah. Where we're going to play Leo. We keep saying sign this player, sign that player. Right? People need to look at what we've already signed. Yeah. And what the actual targets are. And then ask themselves where you're going to play them. Right? Leo's got a buyout clause. 120 million. We tried to buy him and they weren't interested. We offered Ziyech, we offered Pulisic, and they weren't interested. And don't think Pulisic is a big asset, right? Because I know why you think it, because he's American. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's going nowhere, is he?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Because he's going out, because he's out for 2 months. How do you tell somebody who's out for 2 months? Can't take a medical or anything. Yeah. No one's going to buy anybody in January. Like I said, there's a possibility in the summer. It'll go in the summer. Right?
Yeah, Bobby is also not happy. Bobby said Kai won't be moving to Bayern, and Raheem
DJ,
Sterling going nowhere either. Neither.
DJ, it's
DJ.
DJ,
Yeah.
DJ. It's DJ, not Bobby.
No,
You reading
DJ.
that?
Oh, yeah, I
DJ.
said Bobby. It's DJ. Yeah, DJ
Yeah.
Sav. DJ Sav is not happy with some of the my DJ. You know, we go deeply into research to bring this out. So I'm not making this. You know, I make sure I get good sources for you guys. You know, DJ. I know you also have your source, but I'm not saying they should move. But it's a topic to discuss. If they should move, why should they move away from the team? We've talked about Gallagher already, so I'm not going to bring a Gallagher issue up. According to the Sun, Crystal Palace are ready to bring back Chelsea midfielder Conor Gallagher to the South Host Park. And guys, let's ask one more question: Does it deserve another season on the Chelsea show, or do you think we should let him go?
No, keep him.
You
I've
keep
already
him?
told you, need to keep him.
Okay.
Gallagher, Mount, Havertz, all these lot, still in development stages. Once they've developed, they become the senior players. Why would you want to get rid of him?
Okay.
Right? You're going to get rid of Ziyech. We're going to get rid of Pulisic. Right? We will get rid of Pulisic because he'll have a nice fee around his neck. Yeah. We're going to get rid of Mendy because we got Slanina in. Right? Koulibaly, for me, needs to go back to Italy. I think it's too much and too fast for him. And like Bobby said earlier, with Colwell coming back, just tell him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of others as well. I'm not totally convinced by Cucurella. I'm not saying he might not be any good, but I'm not totally convinced by him. But then you've got players you can bring in. Yeah. Ultimately, it's going to be down to with Cucurella. It's going to be down to Potter whether he wants to keep him or not. But I ask myself, why was he okay with selling him in the first place?
Okay. I think my brother here said he's a great player. That's what I think he means. Has a great player. Keep him. So yeah, he wants us to keep Gallagher. And then he said his covers everywhere, both defense and attack. Yeah, he's very young, so he has a lot of energy in him. Sell Koulibaly and get Vidal. I agree. I agree with that. Get rid of Koulibaly. Yes, he said get rid of Koulibaly. Yeah, Koulibaly will be one of the players that I think they won't last long at the football club. You know, that's from someone said something. I read something earlier on before coming on the show. I'm not so sure if it was here that we discussed this, and if Ryan can hear me. This is what the person stated. Tuchel was willing to develop the team, and when developing the team, these were the players that he thought of bringing them to develop the team. Players that were already developed and past, they're almost getting to the end of their prime, already fully established. Brought players like Koulibaly. He brought players like who again? I think about three or two players that he recommended for the team to buy, and those players are out of their debt. They are already done in the football club. And look at where we are with those players. Raheem Sterling was one of them. He brought in Raheem Sterling. He brought in Koulibaly, and look at where we are at this moment. These players that Thomas Tuchel brought in. And look at what Graham Potter, look at the kind of players that he's bringing in. They're similar players to when he brought in when he was working with Brighton. So that's something that I read. I said I want to share with you guys. McAllister.
Caicedo, Trossard. Right. But the thing is, right, as I said earlier on, Tuchel's about the CV. He's about instant success. Right, that's what he's looking for. Okay, Aubameyang's another one, isn't he? Aubameyang's the other one. Right, but that's what he wants. But all he wants it to be long term. We don't want to win the league, then wait 4 or 5 years again. All he wants it to be consistent and persistent success. So that takes building, right? And that's why we're bringing all these young kids in. Plus, we comply with FFP as well. Right?
Yeah, thank you very much, DJ Saab. DJ Saab said Newcastle want Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Ziyech, Gallagher. They're also looking at Pulisic in the summer. I'm hoping we keep Gallagher, but Chelsea want to get Felix deal done in the summer on the permanent deal basis. Yes, it is true. I read that, but thank you very much for updating us on this issue on this topic. Yes, Chelsea. I told people that look, although there's no clause that Chelsea can buy. There's no option for Chelsea to get this player. I'm sure if he performed very well, they will push Atletico Madrid to the limit for them to be able to sign Joao Felix permanently, because we saw what he did alone. He was the best player on the pitch until he had a red card. If Chelsea had won that game, he might be maybe second player. Although he was being sent out, second best player on the pitch. But then because he had a red card and we lost that game, he couldn't get the MVP. Thank you very much, DJ. And then my brother said, I get rid of Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho. Ruben, I think those two guys, by the time they go, they don't offer nothing. Ruben has been on injury after injury after injury after injury. There's a good player in him. He has the height, he has the physique, he has everything to be a world-class player, but he hasn't spent much time on the pitch. Thank you very much, Chadin. I'm sure Chadin, that's the right word, that's the right pronunciation. Thank you very much, my brother. Says they had their chance. We need to rebuild. Absolutely, they've had all the chance. They couldn't make it. He said, and just sell Aubameyang and Lukaku, get some cash back. Yes, Chelsea are very, very good. One of the reasons why we're able to buy and spend 500 million on players is we are good in selling players. It's something that Man United are not that good with. Arsenal are not that good in selling players. Liverpool too. So some of the top teams are not good in selling players. We are very good selling players. If there's so many players on the right time, I'll put them up and bring it to you guys and know how much the number of players we've sold out and how much money we've made. That is why SFP is not around. And we're not looking for loopholes. We're doing the right thing. Media are trying to twist it, as Chelsea are finding loopholes. There's no loopholes anywhere. We're doing the right thing. Which
even if there was loopholes, yeah. Why shouldn't we exploit them when everybody else does? PSG have done it for years. Man City were doing it, so why shouldn't we? Even if they were right. Right, listen, the media hate Chelsea. They've always hated Chelsea, the English media, ever since Ken Bates back in the 80s, right? And they've always had it in for Chelsea, and they will always try and find something to attack us with. Yeah. Just one more comment with regards to these people in the chat. Yeah. If you're going to come in and suggest we get rid of this player or that player and bring in this player and that player, if you're going to get rid of an English player, please suggest a replacement who is English, because we cannot bring any more than 17 foreign players in, and we currently sit on 21. Including Santos, who'll go out on loan. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So people need to start slowing down and thinking things through. This is what Christophe Rivel will be doing. This is what Bowley will be doing. This is what Potter will be doing. They need to think about bringing people in, but who they're going to keep out of the English contingent. Personally, like Bobby said earlier on, right? Get rid of Koulibaly and bring Colville back, and that increases the English contingent, which then allows you to bring a foreign player in. But at this current moment in time, I can't see any English player leaving currently. Yeah, you've got 9. Yeah, homegrowns, right? English homegrowns. But you can only have 4. Who are FA trained at other clubs. The rest have to be from your own academy. So if you get rid of Gallagher, then you're struggling again. If you get rid of Gallagher and Loftus-Cheek were struggling again to comply with the squad. And every English player that you are short of the 8 means you can only bring one less foreign player in as well. There has to be a minimum of 8, right? And 17 foreigners. If you have 7 English players, you can only have 16 foreigners. So people need to start thinking a bit about how you're going to say, bring this guy and bring that guy in. We cannot end up with more than 17 foreign players. So people need to think also about which English players they want to keep. Yep. So that the squad complies with the FFP rules. And just one more comment quickly. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't been injured that much lately. Right?
Yeah.
And the injury he had was serious. Like when he ruptured his he ruptured something when he was playing the end of season friendly in America, as it happened. Right?
Yeah.
But he's been played everywhere but his position. Centre back, right wing back, right midfield, yeah, defensive mid, and he's an attacking midfield player because his strength is carrying the ball forward. His decision making's a bit poor, but then so is Kovacic's. So people need to slow down. Right, it's just a suggestion. You can keep throwing in this guy and that guy, right? I could sit down and give you 15 foreign players that I want to bring in, but can't. Need to be realistic, right? So if you want to bring a foreign player in, this is just for people in the chat, yeah? You want to bring a foreign player in, at the same time choose an English player you'd like to keep.
Okay.
Because that's how the squad works.
Yeah, just like Stav said, if you're listening, if you want to get rid of an English player, because you have to balance, and also this is something, the balance is very, very important. You bring in all these players in, but you have to have the balance right. That's the most important. Also, something that I listened somewhere where things can be very, very difficult for Graham Potter. If Graham Potter is not the one, pointing or saying, hey, I want this player, I want that player. If it's Todd Bowley and his people just bringing these players in, it will be very, very difficult for Graham Potter to do his job. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because Graham Potter has to make each and every player in the squad very, very happy. And if you bring in lots of players in and you don't have the balance right, it means that every game you have to have this player playing a little bit and that player playing a little bit to be able to make all these players very happy, and it makes the coach job very, very difficult. So yeah, I'm gonna move on a little bit and read some of these messages. DJ Sav, thank you very much. Like I said, he's been very, very, very active in the comment. He said even though Felix has extended, Simeone has come out and said that he's not leaving. I'm sure that's what DJ Sav is trying to say. Atletico Madrid, they also want extend his contract, and then he said, "I'm talking about Simeone extending his contract." Yes, I think that we catch that for you. We can bring Rice in for Jorginho. That's what he's saying in regards to the what staff just said with players. English players going out, you have to bring in another English player in. He said once you get Jorginho out, you can bring in Declan Rice. Let me know, Declan Rice and Caicedo, who do you want? Or Declan Rice will be an English player, so that gives you more English players in the squad. But we have an academy, lots of academy English players. You're talking about Lewis Hall, another English player. We have James, Reece James. We have Ben Chilwell also there. We have Mason Mount. So we have lots of young academy players that are even in the starting lineup. So that gives the balance. That makes the balance right. Here, Phantom of Mini Topic said that Declan Rice is the only buyer, or the only buy I want. That's the player he wants for Chelsea to bring in. Buying too much is equal to PSG. Phantom of Mini Topic. Ryan, brother, you want to say anything before we move on to another topic of the day? Thank everyone for being here. We got 14 of us watching the stream at this moment in time. Do not forget, we've been streaming live on YouTube for the past 1 hour, 33 minutes. The conversation has been very, very engaging. And then people are staying because it is very, very interesting. Thank you everyone that has been part of the stream from beginning till now. Phantom of Mini Topic, DJ Sav, everyone, Chadin, I'm sure that's the name. Chadin, big up to you, brother, and big up to wherever you are. Hope you're doing well. Ryan, say if you want to say something, add it to it before we move on to the next topic.
Yeah, just very quickly, some kind of positive injury news. It sounds like Wesley Fofana might be available after
back training,
the Liverpool match, so after the weekend. He's been seen to be kind of involved in training now, and he's very close to making a return, so that's a bit of positive news for Chelsea. And just looking at his stats, he's missed 18 games this season. He's only played, I think, something like 4 or 5 games. He's been sorely missed, and be great to have him back in your defense as soon as possible.
Yeah, I don't have.
It almost feel like a new signing, when he comes back.
Yeah, I don't have all my jingles here. I would have push on. It's breaking news. I don't have it here. I'm working on things, guys. I'm working on more things to make this platform very, very, very interesting and engaging to everyone. I'm working on so many things. I have a wonderful setup that I'm trying to make it more interesting on this platform. Thank you very much, Mr. Ryan. But we're gonna go on to the next topic, which is news related to Sufyan Amrabat to Premier League, as it's been reported from Fiorentino CEO Joe Barrini. Joe Barrini said that I can now confirm that Sufyan Amrabat and Nico Gonzalez are not for sale at this moment in time. Amrabat and Gonzalo are heavily linked with the move to Liverpool and Leicester City, respectively. So, that deal is closed. I don't know if you guys want to say anything about this, then we can move on to the next topic. Anything from Ryan or Stav in regards to Sufyan Amrabat?
I thought you just said they're not for sale.
Yeah, so case closed. Liverpool fan. Ryan's a Liverpool fan, so maybe he's disappointed. Are you, Ryan? Are you disappointed that it's not? The CEO said it's not for sale. Maybe he's not. He doesn't really care that much.
Maybe he's dropped out. The thing is,
he's there, but he can't hear me.
Can I just say something that Ryan brought up about Fofana? Right. He's back in training. Mm-hmm. I think he's actually in training, actually training with the rest of the team. I've not seen any pictures since yesterday. We got the Liverpool game, then Fulham game, which is 2 weeks' time for them, if I remember rightly. I think it's 2 weeks from the Liverpool game, because there's an FA Cup game in between. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we've got 2 weeks after the Liverpool game for Fofana to get fully fit. And Reece James and Chilwell are also training. And being slated to be back by the end of January. So the team could suddenly be really strong and boosted. The players have been resting as well. So all of them have been out injured for a while. Reece James came back and got injured in the first game, didn't he? He came back in. So you've got all these players going to come back. So people who are doom and despondency and saying, oh, but we're not going to finish top 4. We're going to move up the table, I have no doubt. But I never expected to be top 4 in the first place. Okay. Because we're rebuilding. And you only have to look at the start of the season under Tuchel to realise we were not going to be top 4 anyway. Yeah. So all these injuries have basically killed us, but we're starting to get players back. We're still pretty much half the season to go. We're only halfway through. So people just relax, take it easy, right? And then it's not, for me, it's not a big drama not to be in the Champions League next year. It means we can get the team together and challenge, right? Make a proper challenge. I'm not going to say we're going to win the league, but we can get closer and close that gap and actually challenge, because you'll have virtually a week between each games, except for the Carabao Cup. So I'm all right with it. I've seen it before when we haven't been in Europe, and so it's not a big deal to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to be in the Champions League, but it's not a be all and end all.
Yeah, Staff said he wants to be in the Champions League. I mean, there are a couple seasons that we couldn't make it to the Champions League, and then it wasn't that much of a big deal. We were able to qualify the following season. So it's all about reset. We got to reset ourselves, come back, and then start everything all over again. Let's trust in Grant Potter. If you're just joining us and you're just joining us on YouTube, please do not forget to put a like on the video, and also subscribe if you're new to the platform. Subscribe. And also we move on. We move on from here. We have another news, which is Arsenal Football Club. After since losing out on Mikhail Modric to rivals, Chelsea Arsenal have ramped up their interest in Chelsea and Arsenal have ramped up their interest in Juventus forward Dusan Vlahovic, according to I think Cassie Mercato Web. I know you guys are familiar with this website. Casio Mercato Web, a very, very
Italian.
Yeah, Italian name. So yeah, guys, pardon me if I didn't say it right. Yeah, Casio Mercato Web. As
where have you gone? Where have you gone? I can't see you.
I'm here. We're all here. I'm just showing this London derby on the screen. I made this thing. Yeah. I'm right here. I can see you stabbing it right. I'm just showing this London derby thing on the screen. Who is going to win it is between Arsenal and Chelsea. It is the game between Champions League and an FA Cup. So I'm just trying to make out of Manchester Arsenal fans at this moment. Rice go to Chelsea, he wins the Champions League. He becomes part of the Champions League winners team. And also, if Rice go to Arsenal, all he can win is FA Cup. So where does the future of Declan Rice lies? So I'm just putting this in there for people to see, and then make a little bit out of Arsenal fans. So that's why I have this on the screen, but nothing else. Yeah. So I think that will do it. I can do it this way.
Name.
Listen, yes, sir.
Right. I said earlier on, and I'll repeat it now. Right.
Okay.
Declan Rice only goes to Arsenal if Chelsea don't want him. Right. He'll come to Chelsea because he's a Chelsea fan. He knows the project. Yeah. Because he's best mates with Mason Mount, and he knows exactly what's going on. And there's Mason Mount. Yeah. Then you've got Chilwell. You've got Reece James. All these young lads who play for England with him. Yeah. And he'll come to Chelsea. If we want Declan Rice, he'll sign for Chelsea. If we don't, he may go to Arsenal. Yeah. And people who think that Mason Mount's going to leave, forget it. Right. And that's an attraction to Declan Rice as well. Coming to play with his mate that they grew up together.
Yeah.
Right. So he's only going to Arsenal if we don't want him. Continue.
Yeah, that's well said. I know he loves the true Chelsea boy. He only go to Arsenal only if Chelsea doesn't want his services. But we're gonna move on to Vlahovic. As has been reported, Ryan, is there any substance in this news as regards to a striker Chelsea Arsenal interested in Vlahovic? I'm not sure my team Chelsea are interested in Vlahovic. Maybe Arsenal are looking for a striker of that magnitude. Do you think there's any substance in this news, Mr. Ryan?
Yeah, definitely the links to Arsenal, because they tried to sign him last summer. He was their top target in terms of striker. And the player chose Juventus, I believe. And that's what prompted Arsenal to go strike a deal with Man City for Gab Jesus. So, I can believe the links to Arsenal. For Chelsea, I'm a bit more sceptical. obviously the Aubameyang signing hasn't worked out, and Chelsea do need a proper centre forward. I know they signed this guy Fofana, right? The young striker. But he is,
Petro
a very
Fofana.
young player.
Mm-hmm. And we have
Fofana.
We have Nkunku also coming, just like you said.
And Nkunku as well.
Yeah,
and Nkunku can play kind of as a attacking midfielder as well, can't he? He's very versatile in forward positions.
He is actually
So
an
maybe
attacking
midfielder as well, yeah. So yeah, maybe Chelsea do need
we don't need him.
An out-and-out striker.
If we're going for Turan, and we got Petro Fofana, and we got a couple of good strikers in the youth team as well. So we don't really need him. Not really an important target for us. So, but whether he goes to Arsenal or not is a different matter. There might be more of an attraction now because they're top of the league. But that's the reason they're stepping up their chase of him, because they want to stay top. And depends how long Jesus is going to be out.
Yeah, and to be honest, he joined Juventus a couple of years ago, didn't he? And he hasn't exactly set the league alight. He hasn't scored many goals. He scored 9 goals. I think he played half the season maybe last year and scored 9 goals, and this season he's only got 7 goals. So he's not prolific by any means. And the most he scored in a season, I think, is 21 goals. So I get a sense he is a little bit overrated, and probably he's got a very good agent when it comes to marketing his services and talking to clubs.
And a potential panic buy.
Yeah.
For Arsenal. They're seen at the top of the league, and suddenly they realise they need to get someone in, which is why they wanted to go for Mudryk. And now they're looking at panic buys. But we don't need him. A lot of people on other YouTube channels were saying how they'd like to have him, and I've said all along that I don't want him because he's not prolific. I don't understand people get excited about strikers with poor statistics. He's way behind even Lukaku over the last 2-3 years. So what's the point? Maybe Arsenal will want Lukaku and sell him Lukaku.
All right. Let's do away with this Lukaku guy. I even don't want to hear his name. He's a traitor. I even don't want to hear Lukaku's name. All right, we're going to move on to another one here. Antonio Elanga, a very, very good player, very young, but looks like Ten Hag doesn't really fancy his style of play. And per what I have here, as per Fabrizio Romano, Borussia Dortmund have explored the condition of loan deal to sign Antonio Elanga from Manchester United. Everton also interested in the player. Where do we see this player landing? Where do we see him going? I mean, London, where will be his London football team? I mean, I don't mean London as in the city, or maybe UK. London, yeah, where he'll be landing.
Yeah, he's very raw, this kid. So I guess Dortmund would suit him, right? Kind of with their setup in nurturing young players.
Yeah.
I can see that deal happening.
It's probably why they're going for him. They'll take him on loan and then try and sign him if Ten Hag's willing to let him go. But his father used to play with Zlatan, didn't he?
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
His father played with Zlatan.
This is why I love Stav. I love Stav so much. Stav knows so much of his football. He knows Elanga's father and all the history behind it. Stav, thank you very much for letting me know. I never knew that Elanga even father played with Zlatan.
Well, when Zlatan was at Man United, Zlatan looked after him in training and things like that, and that's how it came out that he knew his father, because he went over to him and he asked him if I think he knew him. I think he may well have been born whilst they were still playing together. They played together in Sweden, before Zlatan went to Ajax.
Okay. So thank you very much, guys, for these Elanga's issue. Elanga need to go so he can play much more football. Very young, and he can stay at Manchester United for that long. Big up to Chadin. Chadin said he said I don't think we should go for a number 9 Chelsea based on the versatility of the player. We have Nkuku, Felix, Modric. We can go with fluidity. Yes, that makes a lot of sense in regards to Vlahovic. Chelsea doesn't really need it. And thank you very much, Chadin. Chadin, I need you to be a little bit more consistent. Now I'll make you a mod on my platform. And we're trying to build a very, very huge community here. And I want to make you a moderator on this platform. So the more consistency that I see you, 3 or 4 more consistency of staying with joining the show all the time, and I will make you a mod of my platform. I like your energy and I like your activity, the way you're getting engaged in the comment section below. Thank you very much, my brother. And then he said, and also you can call me Chad. Okay, Chad for short. I'm from Jamaica. Where you going, my brother? Big up to all Jamaicans. Where you going? That's all I can say. Where you going? My brother, my big brother in Jamaica. You know, I love Jamaican stuff. But there's so much if I want to talk about Jamaica. There's so much stuff I want to say. You know, the Caribbean. I'm an African, so anything about Jamaica is so lovely. I love it. I love you for being here, my brother. Chad, he said Chad. Yeah, easy for me to say it. Bobby said the referee helping Liverpool as usual, constantly fouling Wolves and not a single card. Ryan, is the game on? I'm sure the game is on this after 3, so the game is on, right?
It must be nearly probably nearly half time.
Yeah, it's 1-0 Liverpool still. Harvey Elliott scored.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a kind of comfortable so far for Liverpool.
What do you make of referee's decision? Because Bobby said there's something is not going right. Referees are in favor of Liverpool. What do you make of the decisions?
Yeah, no comment.
No comment.
No comment.
There you go.
Is that a guilty no comment?
Yeah, there you go. He's a Liverpool fan, but he said no comment. It looks like things are not going right for Wolves. So maybe later on he'll come out with a good comment, Mr. Ryan. Okay.
I'd say the refs made he's got the big decisions right, and maybe slightly leaning towards Liverpool. Yeah.
Okay. See, it's always the big team have the best decisions all the time. The big teams, and I've seen that happen to my football team too, club. So yeah. Dumfries, according to Twitter Mercato Web again, another the same website from Italy. According to them, says you're welcome, bro. Lil ha ha ha. Where you going, brother? Where you going? Or where I say? Big up to you, my brother. See, we're gonna make good friends, bro. We're gonna make very, very good friends. Very, very good friends. Because I love it.
Stick to English.
My brother.
Right.
Stick to what?
Stick to English.
Okay, I'll stick to English.
The best man at my wedding.
Yeah.
Was Jamaican. Yeah. Right. And he was a Liverpool fan. Right. And his father used to be the mayor of Kingston. There you go, see. But he's a Liverpool fan because he studied at Liverpool University. Right?
Okay.
But every time he started going down the old patois and all that, I couldn't understand him. So stick to English.
Okay. Okay. This is coming from my brother. Just I have like I said, I have people that I do talk to behind the scenes, and I'm getting lots of Manchester United news here. And he sent me this. He says, he says Eric Ten Hag has said Antonio Martial begged to start in the win against Manchester City, but was substituted due to protection from him in further injuries. And also Jadon Sancho is back in Manchester United training ground. So yes, these are lots of news that we have from Manchester United football team. So like I said, we do cover a lot of Chelsea and also cover the most important news that needed to be heard in the world of football, association football to be precise. According to Mercato Web, Manchester United have held talks to sign Inter fullback Denzel Dumfries. Guys, I know this is old news and it keep coming all the time. Where do you make of this Dumfries guy? Is it a time for him to move this January or maybe next the summer transfer window?
Likely this summer.
Likely.
I mean, we've been linked with him, Chelsea, quite often. I watched him play for PSV quite a few times. He's a good player. But as I said before, we need to be careful how we keep bringing the foreign players in to keep within the quotas. And there has to be a young kid at Chelsea who can come in. Raheem Sterling could have been good backup for Reece James. And that's another mistake of Tuchel's, sending him on loan. And he could have covered Reece James a lot quicker than Aspilicueta. He is absolutely hot in the last third of the pitch as well. But that's the way it is. But we need to look at some of the academy as well. There are players in that academy or players out on loan who could fit into the team. And I would keep our English quota as well. I would take a serious look. If I was Potter, I'd seriously look at Ampadu.
Yeah.
I'd seriously look at Colville. And I'd seriously look at Maatsen as well. If he believes Matson's good enough, then maybe sell Cucurella and get the money back so we can balance the FFP books.
Staff, we got 5 minutes to end the stream. Let's wrap up this real quick. We got some few questions that we're gonna ask and then see what the viewers answers are. Your preferred lineup for Chelsea with Modric and Felix in the starting 11. Moises Caicedo or Declan Rice? For Chelsea, we've already gone with it. A lot of people are going for Declan Rice. But Moises Caicedo is also a talent. But the only time that we can get Caicedo is when Chelsea doesn't want Declan Rice. And all has to be with Graham Potter. Should Chelsea retain Sterling after Felix and Modric deal?
Just said there's a comment there, isn't there, by Blue Blood?
Oh, yeah. I forgot that one. Let me read that one real quick. Blue Blood, thank you very much, my brother, for the rumor and the news that you're sharing with us. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel and helps the platform so we can have more discussions, more topic to talk about. He said just seen a rumor that Real Madrid interested in buying Sterling this summer for 47.5 million. Real Madrid, I don't know what Real Madrid wants to do with Raheem Sterling. Has a good cover for James. Dumfries is good replacement for Aspi. Yes, I think so. I think that he'll be a very, very good Aspi. I don't think Chelsea should move on with Aspi in this summer. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What do you guys make of what Blue Blood said before we move on to what Chad said in the comments?
Well, if they want him, if they want him, and they want him now, let them have him, and then just tell them they can pay 30 million and give us Hazard back.
Okay.
There you go. Controversial.
Easy said and done. Stop. That's just so easy.
if they're offering 47.5 million, yeah, and you say to them, well, give us 30 million plus Hazard, right?
Yeah.
Then it's doable. And I still believe that Eden Hazard, when he's happy, he'll play his usual stuff. Okay. And that gives us two players down the left-hand side, Modric and Eden. And Eden can play centrally as well.
Nazan, I have a quick question for the both of you, just because I was reading, I think this yesterday, that Florentino Perez is considering selling Rudiger because he's not been impressed with him so far this season. The fans are not happy with his performances, and
No,
they're going to
no,
target Skriniar
I
or
saw that. I saw that
Pau
no,
Torres.
in the just
Yeah.
recent cup.
Would
Yeah.
you take him back at Chelsea?
Oh hell
I knew
no.
that. I knew that was the question. I knew that was going to be the question. He can stay where he is, or he can go back to Roma or somewhere.
Grass is not always greener on the other side.
He worked his backside, right, to get out of Chelsea, and the fans fell for his nonsense that he didn't want to leave. Right, they asked him for talks May 2022 before the Euros, right? Yeah, and he didn't want to know 2021, sorry, and he said no, not now. I'm concentrating on the Euros. And every time they talked to him, he kept putting it off. And every time he got asked by the media, he said there's no rush. And they met his demands 3 times, and he kept moving the gatepost. They went from 150 to 170 to 230, right? And he kept moving the gatepost. He was waiting for Real Madrid to come in. So, in answer to your question, Ryan, I don't want him, right? And it serves Perez right.
Let me say this too. Thank you very much, Ryan, for this wonderful question. Chat, thank you very much. Chat said Luis Hall and Chilwell can rock left back. Cucurella isn't needed. Luis is great. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it is true. It is true. Blue Blood said according to report from Fiji's. Yeah, Fiji's have been getting good content and good some of my news from there. They're very, very trustworthy. Carlo Ancelotti want to add more quality and depth in the wide areas, and then he is eyeing up a summer move for the 28-year-old who is a Raheem Sterling. I think Raheem Sterling is the one he's talking about. Yeah, Chad also said that they were covering up a patch when they bought Sterling, Cucurella, Koulibaly. They all can go and make room for rebuild. Yeah. This is what I want to say. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Chad, my brother. This is what I want to say on the Rudiger. Rudiger is not that good playing with the back four. He makes lots of mistakes. And I watched the cap that was recently how Barcelona beat Real Madrid. Yeah, the super.
He was awful. Rudiger, he was awful.
Bad passes. Bad passes. He was very lucky. Bad passes. Rudiger again. And we saw what Rudiger did for Chelsea. Bad back passes, and he couldn't even recover.
Yeah, can I say something? There's a reason that Lampard dropped him. Right? Everyone says, oh, but Lampard didn't like him. Right? He dropped him because he's inconsistent. Yeah? I actually heard a comment on another channel. I won't mention the channel. Right? It's a new one. And the comment was, oh, Rudiger taught... It made me laugh at the time. Rudiger
you said what? Rudiger did what?
Rudiger taught Silva, right? He made Silva a better player when he came in, right?
No.
Rudiger was a pile of pap, as English say, P-A-P. Yep. He was a pile of pap, and playing next to Silva made Rudiger look good.
Yeah, because he need protection. He need a back five. Back three, then he gets extra bodies to help him out in defense. That makes him much better. But Rudiger was a piece of crap. We saw playing in the back four, and I knew that he was still going to have that issues when he goes to Real Madrid, because you have Real Madrid players, you have Modric, and you have this German player Toni Kroos, who are they don't have the pace anymore. The recovering is not that good. So you have Rudiger was definitely going to suffer playing under these two players. I knew it. I knew it was coming. We got 18 of us watching the stream at this moment. If you're just joining us, please do not hesitate. Put a like on the video and also subscribe if you're first time joining us here. It helps the platform move forward. Thank you very much for being here and spending time with us at this moment. So yeah, we're talking on Rudiger. Rudiger, and also Ryan just talked about Rudiger. Florentino Perez wants to put him up for sale. Chelsea fans don't want him, and I don't want him. If I'm saying I don't want him, go to Twitter. put that poll up and see if people are gonna anyone is gonna say they want Rudiger. Rudiger is nothing, but he has a lot from Thomas Tuchel playing back three position. I mean back five for him to be able to get security from the team. Yes, sir.
There are Chelsea fans who'll take him back. Believe me, right? Idiot, right? The reason Rudiger was so popular was because he would go in like a crazy man.
Very erratic. Very, very erratic.
Very erratic. He would foul people a lot, or he would mix it up. He would get involved in arguments. He was a defensive version of Diego Costa. He liked a good row and an argument, right? But to be fair to him, he probably won us that Champions League by taking out
De Bruyne.
And he did take him out. Deliberately took him out. Right? It was a foul. Easy, clear. And he got away with it. Lucky for us, he got away with it. But he could quite as easily got sent off, depending on the referee. And we could have been down to 10 men so early on. He's crazy. He's a nutcase.
Yeah, I never knew my camera was out. Someone just messaged me. I123 just told me my camera was out. StreamYard just took me out. My camera. Yeah, I'm back. Thank you. If you hadn't been I123, I wouldn't know. Come on, Chad, you should have told me. Someone should have said something. Chad or Blue Blood. Someone should have said something. My camera is off.
Yes, Blue Blood. I'll have word with you later.
Blue Blood, my brother. But thank you very much.
Make him an admin.
Yeah, I'll make him a mod. I want to see a little bit more. Blue Blood is been coming in and out. I'll make him a mod next time. If it's because I love his energy too. Blue Blood, come on. I want you. I'm not sure. I can't force you because maybe you're hooked up with some other platform. But I want to make you a mod on my platform because I love your energy. I'll get more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nate, he's an old citizen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's an old citizen Chelsea fan.
Oh, okay. I don't know him that much, but I've seen him a couple of times. You know, I like to know some of my my viewers. So that's why sometimes I keep asking, let me know where you're watching us from. So next time when they appear again, I know how to address them. You know, just like Chad. Chad is being very, very active in the chat. So that's why I think he said yup. Silva made Rudiger look good. Absolutely. Silva has all the experience. Silva is world class. From where he's coming, I think Silva played for AC Milan. He's played for PSG. He's played for Chelsea. He's played for one other team that I can't remember. Silva.
Rudiger's not even on the same level.
Yeah, it's not anywhere close to what Silva have won in his life. Rudiger is not anywhere there. World class. Thiago Silva. You know. So yeah, he said yep. And then the chat said that's why I think Vidal would be great, and then Badishia would be a great backup for Vidal from RB Leipzig. I don't think Badishia will be a backup. Badishia is in here to start. Chat. Badishia is the top of his game in the French league, so he's not a player that will accept a backup option. He's a very good player. He's there to replace Koulibaly because we don't have a natural left-footed centre-back in our team. So Koulibaly is a right-footed centre-back, and he's playing in the left row. That's why he's been changing between when it's not that good. They put Thiago Silva on the left side because he's very good both with his feet. You know, Thiago Silva is very good both with his feet, and Koulibaly is not that good. So he's been changing, swapping, and in and out with Thiago Silva if he's struggling.
That's going to be an interesting thing come next summer, whether we keep Silva or not.
Yeah. Because if you don't have Silva anymore, it's going to be Badishia over there in that position. Because very soon Silva will be going. He's getting older.
You could put Guardiola in the middle because he's so strong and forceful. So he can be the middle one, and then you can have Fofana or Chalobah on the other side. You see, if you're going to play three at the back, you need to have six centre halves. If you're playing three at the back, if you're playing four, you only need 4 centre backs, right? And you're going to bring Colwell back as well. So you're gonna have the 6 centre backs, but getting Gravadal is going to be difficult. It's going to be really difficult. It would be good if we did it now, because he's 20, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So we can get him in on the FFP thing and reduce his the account. But we just need to start selling players. We have to anyway. Got no choice. We're going to have to offload players. Like I said, Ziyech, Pulisic, Koulibaly, Sterling, Aubameyang. Barcelona want Aubameyang back, but they want him on a free. Cheeky Catalonians there, right? They want him on a free, right? But the problem is he can't go back to Barcelona because La Liga don't allow you to register the same player twice in one season.
Right.
But FIFA and UEFA would allow him to go back to Barcelona, but La Liga is the problem because technically he's played for Barcelona, and those which keeps him within the two team rules. But La Liga have their own rules.
Okay.
But they want him for free. They don't want to pay for him.
No. Chat said he just brought vibes, entertainment to the game. Rudiger, he wasn't that great. Yeah, absolutely. It is true. Rudiger he's just the kind of the intensity. If you want intensity, if you're kind of Antonio Conte guy and you want that intensity, you will get it from Rudiger to fight people and be in their faces and then take them, trying to put some kind of a psychological act in them so they can get lose concentration. That's when you're gonna need a player like Rudiger and then also Diego Costa. That's what they bring to every team. They take the concentration away, which is you concentrating on the game. They take it away from you and then try to get on your face and fight with you so you can lose concentration.
The thing is, Diego Costa could do his job as well. He could score. That's the difference. Right.
But I'm talking about the character, right?
I get the part about being getting in people's faces, being awkward with people, winding people up. But the difference is Rudiger's not that good a defender, whereas Costa was a good striker.
Guys, we got just two more likes to make it to 30. Let's do it, guys. If you're just watching,
you're gonna get one when I leave. I haven't liked it yet.
Okay, yeah, because you're on the show. So once you get off, so we're gonna get one more person come in. Let's get one more like, and then we get 30. And then Ryan, don't forget to put a like on the video when you get off the platform. Okay, Mr. Ryan, get on the channel and then put a like on it.
If he hasn't gone already.
No, Ryan is there. He's probably watching Liverpool game.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll give us an update.
Well, I'll say, stating the obvious here, but you're bringing in young defenders like Badiashile and potentially Guardiola as well. This Croatian lad, you don't want him being partnered with a Rudiger, and learning defending off him. That guy's rugged and erratic, and he much better off pairing him with a Thiago Silva, and they can learn the art of nuance of defending.
Yeah, I think Silva will get another year. He's already said
he deserves it.
Yeah, and he's already said he's willing to sign another year. He's already said it.
Yeah, so Thiago Silva. To be honest with you, I think this guy can play 2 more years in the Premier League.
Yeah, but he'll be the perfect teacher. You listen to Reece James, you listen to Chalobah, listen to the things they say, right? And they all mention Silva, right? Even Aspilicueta says what a difference it is to play next to Silva. So I think he'll get another year. If he decides he wants to quit after 1 more year, I'd offer him a coaching job. I know it's an American style thing, but let's have a defensive coach. Could you imagine him and John Terry working with the defenders?
Yeah, there'll be no goal area. There'll be no room for any striker to penetrate. John Terry, Thiago Silva. Oh my goodness. One stands behind and one goes for the 50-50 ball. Whatever ball drops, the other one takes over. John
Terry's at the club. He's at the club still.
Yeah.
He's in the academy.
I think the academy, I think that's where he belongs, not Everton, Aston Villa. I think I don't know why he made it to Aston Villa first before coming to Chelsea. I
No,
don't know why.
he went to Aston Villa because he was a number 2, right? And he went to complete his education for coaching. And that's the difference between him and Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard was arrogant enough to think he could just fly straight into a job. And he got the coaching job at Derby because of his uncle, Harry Redknapp, who knew the Derby owner, right?
Yeah.
Lampard's about Lampard. He's another Tuchel, right? John Terry is about Chelsea, right? He's about Chelsea, and he always has been and always will be, right? Yeah, you can see that from my picture.
Yeah.
Right, the way he was when he went to visit the monument to Luca and put some flowers down. Right, you can see that. Right, and everybody respects him. Everyone respects him, and I don't think Silva would object to working with him, coaching the kids. And
okay.
He seems happy in London, doesn't he, Silva? Seems very happy, and his family in London. So if Bowley and Potter do the right thing, give him another year, and then offer him a coaching job on the end of it, if he wants it, we'll be laughing. And it all fits into this long-term plan, doesn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, Nazan, one thing I'll say about it's not football related, just very, very quickly, but with John Terry, we all remember he went through that kind of scandal off the pitch with Wayne Bridges' misses, and it was a difficult time for him. But the Chelsea fans, everyone stayed loyal to him, stuck with him, and he made a mistake, and I know he feels bad for what he did, but he, like Staff said, he's Mr. Chelsea. Chelsea through and through.
His family are all West Ham. There's a picture. Have you seen the picture, Ryan, of his father sticking up 2 fingers at him? His father and his uncle. They were in the West Ham.
I know he has some West Ham connections, in the family.
Yeah.
I didn't know
they
the
were all
detail
West
of it.
Ham fans. But I just want to clarify something for your worldwide visitors, Nee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Wayne Bridge. Yeah. It wasn't his wife. It was his ex, and he'd already split from the girl, right? And yes, John Terry was wrong, but he wasn't sleeping with a teammate's wife. They weren't even married. They weren't even engaged or anything. The only person who could feel aggrieved, in my eyes, right, with what John Terry did, was John Terry's wife. Yeah. And she forgave him, so we forgave him. Simple as that. And he's a legend. He's the biggest legend, right, at Chelsea. Right, he's a player we can actually call a legend, right? Because he started from a kid, right, and he did everything. He put his neck on the line. He put his head in the way of boots and all sorts. He wasn't scared to do it, right? Even with England, he put his head on the line. I was at Cardiff when one of the Arsenal players kicked him unconscious just so he could make a clearance. And people don't forget that. You know what I mean? That's why we love him, and he's a legend. And he'll always be top player for me. I love Drogba, Essie, and all that lot, but JT's just slightly above them. Yeah, as a legend.
Yeah, what I've learned from that situation, when Bridge and John Terry's situation, is I'll never take my my wife or my girlfriend to a male therapist or counselor. I'll never take it there. It ain't happening. I'm not gonna take my wife to a male counselor or maybe an advice a therapist. Hell no. Yeah. Or maybe a male gynecologist. Hell no. It ain't happening.
Wayne Bridge made that worse than it was.
Yeah,
right. It made it into a worse situation than it needed to be. Right. I mean, the thing was between John Terry and his wife, and they're the only people who needed to comply.
Yeah, and once the media got a hold of it, they just bloody exploded.
They will twist it. They will
exaggerated.
twist it. They will twist it. The media will twist it. It's just like I keep saying to people, look, and let's say Ryan and we're driving to London Bridge. We're driving towards London. There could be an accident. There could be an accident on the way. Ryan's narrative, the way he's going to narrate the story and what he see at the accident scene will be different from mine. But we were both there at the scene and we saw what happened. But that is how it is, maybe Windbreak think, John Terry, big brother, he trusts him, he wants him to help with his marriage issue, girlfriend, whatever it is, and he trusted him. So that's why it went downhill.
Neither weren't even at the same club anymore. He was at Manchester City. He moved to Manchester City. He'd split up with the woman, right, with the girl, right? They weren't even together. But I'll give you a quick one here. You like this one. I promise you like this one.
Okay, let it go. Floyd. Breaking news.
Right. one of the girls' Christmas presents to Wayne Bridge when they were together, was a stormtrooper uniform like the one on Star Wars.
Oh.
Stormtrooper.
The white one. The white one.
Oh, yeah. Black one is the one they call it.
She gave him a full. She bought him the full kit, the helmet, everything.
Okay.
Right. That was one of their gifts to him. So he was a bit like you, a bit Star Wars.
Oh, thank you, Star, for letting us know this, guys. We have been here for long. I want to thank Chad. I want to thank I123. Love you, Blue Blood. Big up to you, big brother. And also, I want to thank Bobby Smokey Signal, and Phantom of all the topics in the world. That's what his channel's name is, and his name is Phantom of Many Topics. DJ Sav, everyone that have been here. Kim So, big up to you, brother. And then also we have who am I missing here? Kishan, I'm sure that is name. Also we have a George came on, and also Deanne Willis also came on, and EK. Also big up to everyone. All the one, the general son of Okechi. Big up to you, everyone. Yeah, everyone that came to the platform. Tobaho, big up to you, and spending time with us to digest and then the sports news that we all talk about, and also those that make this chat very, very interesting. Chad, thank you very much. Blue Blood, thank you, and then also Phantom of Many Topics. Absolutely, you guys are all legend. We'll leave it here. I think each and everyone that came on the platform. Stop. And Ryan, do you guys want to say anything before we bring the stream to an end? Boom.
No, I'm done.
Done. Stop said, I'm done. Ryan, I'm sure he's done too. Everybody. He said, good night, everyone. Ryan, I think the second half is, the second half has resumed. They've played 47 minutes on my clock. So, Ryan, you want to say anything before we bring the stream to an end, sir?
Nope, up to Chelsea.
Up to Chelsea and up to Liverpool. I think they're going to win this game. Liverpool must win to build confidence to be able to play Chelsea this.
We're not going up anywhere. Not this season. We only head in one direction, I'm afraid.
Yes, guys. I think I'm going to get my 30 plus after the stream comes on it, right? Don't forget to get on the channel and then like the video for me. It'll help the channel a lot, Mr. Ryan. And then stuff, don't forget it. We got 29 now. 29. Thank you, everyone that put a like on the video. So I think I can get my 30 before I go to bed. Thank everyone. And then Leo Desperandos, as I always say. Oh, there's a message here. There's a message. Let me read that. Respect, bro. Respect to you too, man. I salute you for being part of this community, Chad. I hope to see you again. Next time I see you on the platform, definitely you get my mod. You be a mod on my platform. You control the stream. I mean the chat, the comment for me if something is going on wrong. You be part of this channel. And also, chat. If you know more Chelsea fans, we're building the community here. Bring them over. We can get another. Let's say I'll create a group on Twitter. So when I'm going live, you guys all can get the link, and then we can help them. I know very soon you guys have the voice. I'd like to have you on too as time goes on. DJ Sav, well, this is a great stream, guys. Peace out. Yes, DJ Sav, thank you. Chelsea Perspective, it's never too late to join. It says mid 8:30. Oh, yeah, Chelsea Perspective mid 8:30. Thank you very much. It's never too late. I know how busy you are. I know how busy you are, so I understand if you make it very late. Even if you're here for just 3 minutes or even 1 minute, it counts a lot. Big up to you, Couch Critic. You're too late, but it's never late than still being here. Couple seconds. I'm about to end the stream, but I'm seeing good friends, good old friends. Couch Critic. I hope you're back home and you're doing very well with the family. Happy New Year to you, Couch Critics, and then Happy New Year to everyone. He said, I'm on it too, bro. Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Couch Critics. Another great
what did I miss? I'm back.
Huh?
What did I miss? I've come back.
What did you miss? Yeah, we got more of the friends joining in. DJ Sav said, great stream, guys. Peace out. He just left. Then Coachella also came in, and Couch Creative also came in. And then he said, I'm on it too. So yeah, whilst you're about to end the stream, but yeah, they all Couch Creators just give me a like, so they all giving me a like to get above 30. So thank you guys, thank you very much. And then it was a very, very good stream. So yeah, guys, want to say something to say before I end the stream? He says, big up to Chelsea Perspective, big up to everyone. You know, we'll meet again tomorrow. We'll meet again in the morning on Chelsea Perspective show, and also later on it will be Blue Clouds Media show. So yeah, everyone that has been here, you can tune into Chelsea Perspective show. Another great brother. He does lots of content out there. Okay, bro. Yeah, have a good night, bro. Have a good night. Good night sleep, bro. See you again, guys, tomorrow. Same time, 6:30 UK time. We'll be live.
Yeah.
Same time. All right.
Ryan, sorry
Cheers.
Sorry about Saturday, Ryan.
Huh?
I said sorry about Saturday, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm having nightmares thinking about Mudryk versus Trent. I'm worried about that.
Yeah, Mudryk Trent. Yeah, it will be a nightmare.
If he starts, he might not.
Even if he comes on, yeah, doesn't bode well.
Yeah, he's been training. He's been training for the past 2 days. That's from what I've heard. He's been training for the past 2 days, and he's also ready. He was playing in Ukrainian league before moving to the Premier League. So he's already fit, so ready to go. All right, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night. This time, good night. Good night. Bye. 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 Leo Desperados, guys, hang on to hope and watch my outro. Good morning, my neighbors. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.